This is Optimal Relationships Daily: How to Turn Your Painful Breakup into a Victory by Eddie Corbano of LovesAGame.com. Quote, "Remember that sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck." That's by the Dalai Lama. I used to tell her all the time, if we broke up right now, you would probably be a little sad for a week or so, and then perfectly happy again, right? She was supposed to say that this wasn't true at all, and that she would be devastated, if not for the rest of her life, then at least for a few years. This would have proven to me how much she loved me. How stupid and insecure I was. As if the intensity and duration of suffering after a breakup were a measurement for the love you felt during the relationship. You suffer a lot means you have loved a lot. That is all kinds of wrong. The way you handle a breakup is absolutely no indication whether your love was real or not in the relationship. It is merely an indication of your self-awareness and self-control. If you cared about your partner, you will suffer. But the how and how long you suffer is within your control, even if it doesn't feel this way now. A breakup or a divorce is often a trigger for experiences or events that you may have hidden in your subconscious, things you don't want to become aware of. Your dark closet. An existential event like a breakup opens this hidden closet with force. And then not only do we have to deal with the fact that our partner is gone, we are now additionally burdened with all the stuff that we've avoided so well over the years. The pain of past breakups, insecurities about ourselves, bad stuff from our childhood, and lots more. All of this inevitably leads to one fatal and yet so wrong conclusion: that we aren't good enough. That there's something wrong with us. And that, my friends, is truly dark and self-damaging stuff. Such a way of thinking, if not nipped in the bud, will damage you. It will prevent you from getting better, and even worse, it will keep you spinning in the rat race of bad relationships. Why do we keep choosing the wrong partners? Why do we keep having the same experiences over and over again? Quote, "Every time I thought I was being rejected from something good, I was actually being redirected to something better." That's by Steve Maraboli. When I finally woke up and realized that the problem was not with them leaving me, but that it was me attracting the wrong partners right from the start, it was a revelation. It forced me to take full responsibility for my life. Suddenly, it wasn't just bad luck in choosing partners, but a wrong mindset. You can't fix bad luck, but you can fix a wrong mindset. Once I understood that my fate and my happiness was in my own hands, I knew that there was nothing that was holding me back. I stopped being a victim. I stopped blaming others for what went wrong in my life and started playing an active role in my life. I was passive for way too long. Things always happened to me. Now I make things happen in my life. This is what I wish for you. That you realize that you do have control over your life, and that you start playing an active role. Following the no contact rule is the first step. Taking care of yourself, of your needs, thoughts, and wishes is the next one. You have to put yourself first now. I know that all of your dreams and plans for the future have been shattered to pieces, everything you hoped for, and I'm really sorry for that. But you have the choice to see this event as the worst thing that ever happened to you, or the best thing. I know what you're thinking. How can something like this be the best thing that ever happened? Well, it was, for me. It's the event that made me the person I am today, and I really like how I am today. I hated how I was back then. Isn't that alone worth the pain and the despair? Of course, this had severe consequences. I mean, me liking myself all of a sudden. When you like yourself, magical things start to happen. You don't tolerate wrong partners. You don't tolerate your needs not being met. You don't tolerate not being happy. You want the best for yourself, no more and no less. And before you know it, your world changes. Day by day, experience by experience. Until one day, you wake up thinking, wow, how did this happen? It started to happen the one day that you altered your mindset, made change possible, and attracted new possibilities. It started to happen the day you refused to be a victim anymore and took control of your life. Who am I? What is in the dark closet? Ask that bravely. Face the consequences and play an active part in your life. That is how lasting change is made. Do you feel it? Do you feel that it's possible? Then start now. Not in an hour, not in a day, not next Monday, today. You just listened to the post titled, How to Turn Your Painful Breakup into a Victory by Eddie Corbano of LovesAGame.com. Okay, and a big thank you to Eddie for this post that I thought to be really empowering. I really love one of his notes from the beginning about how the degree to which we might grieve a breakup is not necessarily aligned with how true the love itself was. And this is such an important thought for us to keep with us, and it extends so far beyond breakups, doesn't it? It's so easy to fall into that cycle of self-shaming and devaluing ourselves when we judge ourselves for how we respond to certain events. But just know that it's a dangerous and winless game to try to calculate and justify the strength of our feelings. This is how we start to put rules on ourselves, and we try to put boundaries around what we're allowed to feel. Be mindful of this very bad and dangerous habit, and if you can, shift your focus towards how you're behaving, because there's a lot more control over that than the feelings themselves, and sometimes initiating the healthy behavior can lead us to much healthier feelings. So, with that, I'm going to wrap things up for today, everyone. Thanks a million for being here and for sharing this show with someone. I hope that you really enjoyed this episode, and do stay tuned for our weekly bonus episode 2, which is live now in the ORD feed, wherever you're listening to this. I'll see you there, where your optimal life awaits.